What's up, doing? It's Martin Thompson, and today I have just looked and I have just seen we have passed 65 subscribers, which I personally think is an amazing feat for this channel. Never have I thought I will make it past 65. I never thought, actually, be honest, I never thought we'll ever make it past 50. I thought once we make it at 50 subscribers, it will stay at 50 subscribers, and it will be like that. But no, you guys and girls have surprised me past my expectations for this channel, way past it. Like, I actually thought, never have I ever thought I'll make it here. I actually thought I'll make it to 10 subscribers and I'll stay there. But you guys have supported me all the way, and in honor of this occasion, I am willing to tell the chronicles, or the whole story of how this channel came to be, how we got here, how this became a brony channel in the process, and how I became a brony, which also links to how this became a brony channel. So basically, it started off with me wanting a Facebook account, which is well, that is because everyone else had Facebook, and I was like, oh, peer pressure and all that. So basically, my brother helped me create a Gmail account so I can use it for Facebook. And little did I know, little did I know that Gmail links with YouTube. I never knew that at the time. So I looked, when I was on YouTube, I looked on the upper right corner and I saw it said my profile and all that. I'm like, oh, I click on it, it said my channel, so I look and it says my channel with my profile pic, which was a Big Daddy at the time, Big Daddy with a little sister for BioShock. And well, I was like, sweet, I have a YouTube channel. And about 2 days later, I totally forgot about it. And I totally ignored it because, well, I knew I was never become like famous YouTubers. I'll never get subscribers. So I never even bothered using it. Now, at the time, I was a huge Alpha and Omega fan. I loved the movie. I absolutely loved it. I loved the characters of the movie. I loved the movie itself. I liked the story of it. I love it's kind of like a slight Romeo and Juliet feel, but not exactly. Now, I wanted to see a second movie come out of it, and there's been word, I caught wind of a second movie being made, which it has been made, Alpha and Omega 2, Holidays Adventure. I think one of my subscribers pointed that out to me. Now, back to the subject. Well, I was a huge fan of it, so I did some research on it, and I was like, alright. But for some reason, I don't know why, but this is just the weirdest thing ever, I decided to make a YouTube video out of it, and I was like, yeah, let's why not make a YouTube video out of it. So I did. I went ahead and did that. Well, because I never used YouTube before, and, well, I don't want people to see my face, when I was recording it, if you ever watch it, you see the whole screen's black. Because I put my thumb on the webcam, because I didn't want people seeing my face. And I was kind of quiet at the time, and it was unedited, and I didn't make sure it was kind of decent quality at least. So after that, I left it alone for about 5 days, and looked at it, and it had like 15 views. I was like, oh god damn, I have views, because I just made it because I wanted to. Something just made me make it. I don't know what made me make it, but something did. So I made it, and it got like 15 views. So I decided, why not just create another YouTube video? So I created another YouTube video, which was me showing my face on a webcam, playing Scary Maze game. I again used YouTube webcam to make it, and well, I made it, and it had like 5 views about in 3 days, which I thought was pretty good. But then my friend, or classmate should I say, got wind of it, and he said to me, "Oh, I saw you were playing Scary Maze game, your reaction to Scary Maze game, and I thought it was hilarious." And I was like, "Yeah, oh, I'm actually making another YouTube video today." Because ever since I did not record the screen, I did not edit back then, I constantly used YouTube webcam and constantly made videos. Like, I made videos of me reacting, just seeing my pure reaction to it, and it was surprising how many views I got from each one. Like 6 views, 10 views, 12 views. And I thought it was pretty good because, well, I was really happy. And then eventually I got my first like on my video. I was like, booyah! And I thought, damn, that's awesome. And it was on my Alpha and Omega one, which had surpassed 200 views. And I made another video saying, we got past 200 views on this video, which I thought was amazing, so I'm gonna react to this video. So basically, eventually, when I was having a sleepover with my friend Matt and Ninjoke, we decided to make a YouTube video of us playing Send of the 8 Pages. It was, I'm not sure, but I think it was no, I got it all wrong. I got the timeline all wrong. Forget what I just said. I started doing other YouTube videos and I got my first like. Then eventually, I got my first subscriber, which I thought was pretty outstanding because this channel is not the greatest channel ever. It's not amazing at all. But eventually, I overheard a conversation, or I think I did. I'm not sure. Either I overheard a conversation between Matt and Ghost talking about a show, or Matt said, "Go check out this show." And this is going into how I became a brony. Matt Cakes, the king of all cakes, kind of recommended it to me. He said, check the show out whenever you have some free time. And I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. I'll check it out tonight. But me being me, I didn't exactly check it out that night. I checked it out a week later when I was basically getting babysitted at home. So, since I was bored, I went on YouTube and typed it up, and I was like, okay, let's see what Matt's talking about. So I typed in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and the moment I saw the video, like, it popped up with a whole bunch of search stuff, and the moment I saw what the search came up with, I was like, okay, what the hell? Because I had never seen that. First thought came to mind was, this is a ghost show, isn't it? And I was like, I'm not sure about it. But since I was young then, I watched shows such as Powerpuff Girls, Kim Possible, and all that. So I was like, yeah, why the hell am I judging? Just watch it. I'm just gonna watch it. So I watched the first video. I watched one of the episodes, which was in season 3 when Discord was being reformed by Fluttershy, and well, I watched it and I got really into it for some reason. I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is pretty goddamn good. And well, I watched another episode. I watched the end of that episode, and then I did not watch any other because I was like, okay, that's enough for me. So the next day I talked to Matt about it, and he said, yeah, sure. It's a good show, isn't it? And I was like, yeah, sure. I think I'm saying this right. I'm not... It's really complicated how I actually came to watching the show. But, moving on. I basically then looked up the show again. One night I looked up the show, and I found out that the show is meant for little girls, which I did not find out. That was my first thought when I first saw it. But then eventually, I found out that whoever likes the show, it has the terminology of being a brony, which I thought was a pretty weird name actually, but eventually I was like, you know what? Actually, it's pretty cool. So time went by, and then eventually I became the brony I am today. And that's where my first ever edited video comes in, which was my reaction to MOB Cupcakes and Cupcakes HD, which first time I ever used QuickTime and iMovie. And the editing is not the greatest, but it's not the worst at the same time. Then eventually I got into creating an intro. I got an intro, which was, I think it was for my first Rage Quit. I got an intro for my first Rage Quit. And that intro stuck with me for a decent amount of time. It's pretty sad I had to change it, but I had to actually change it because, well, kinda had to move on. But, eventually I got into recording the screen because Ghost, my friend Ghost, he said he commented on one of my videos saying, instead of showing your face, why not show the screen? I'm like, you know what, that's a good idea. So I scoured the net for recording software, and I found a recording software which I use to this day. I found it's the same exact recording software that I use right now. And I used it on my first Rage Quit, which I used my first intro. I think it was my first intro. I'm not sure when my first intro came in. But it was the first time I ever recorded the screen, and that was my Rage Quit with Unfair Mario. And then eventually I started using it to record even more stuff. And then eventually I started recording even more My Little Pony stuff. And then I eventually reached 10 subscribers, which was pretty damn awesome. So after those 10 subscribers, I was like, no, when I got 10 subscribers, I did my first ever special, was me playing Happy Wheels. And boy, do I sometimes suck at that game. But, you know, I can't be a judge of it. Can't say I totally suck. But, eventually, I started creating more and more videos. And I got more and more subscribers. And, to my surprise, about 6 months, I think? I'm not sure. I had like 25. And I was really, really surprised. Because I was not like the greatest YouTuber. I was actually decently funny. I was sometimes funny. Sometimes I was funny. Sometimes I'm not. It was not really greatly edited. But people liked that. And I was like, huh, that's pretty cool. So, I eventually kept making more videos. And then I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, it was definitely it. After about 12 months, I think. I'm not exactly sure. But about 12 months later, I reached 35 subscribers, which I thought was... it was unbelievable. If you hear my voice in the video, the 35 subscriber thing, you can faintly hear me a little emotional. Because it really, really did surprise me. 35 people are there, and they like what I'm doing, and like the content I'm making. They like it so much they will subscribe to me. And actually, it was like the greatest feeling I had. But sadly, I think it was 2 months after, or 2 weeks, I'm not sure. My grandfather passed away, which really hit me hard, but it really did hit me hard. But you guys did not. When I made the video about me explaining I'm not making any videos. You guys did not complain. You guys just were there. You did not exactly try to push me to make videos. You guys were there. It was comforting to know that you guys understood what I was going through. And that is something I cannot thank enough, because it was really, I got slightly slipped into depression, and well, I was kind of really depressed, and well, you guys were there to cheer me up. And then after that, I finally decided to make more videos. After about 2 weeks of recovery, or a week of recovery of certain depression, I got back into making videos. And that's where this video comes in, which, don't ask me why, but this is the video, then my video comes in about bronies and anti-bronies, which unbelievably had more attention than I actually previously thought. I thought it would just get a little attention, but no, it got more than a little, which I am purely shocked by. I purely made it because, well, some people really did piss me off. Really a lot. They were like, I got like a lot of things saying, kill yourself, and like, die in a hole, or like, you're gay, you're a faggot, and all that. And I'm like, oh, you wanna go like that? I have a high tolerance for people, but when they go past the tolerance level, it's an all-out brawl with me. So, I made that video, and started creating a lot of activity, which I did not expect. Now, moving on from that, so I don't ignite a flame, so I don't ignite a bomb at all, I eventually kind of screwed up with some friends, and, well, slipped a little bit into a depression again for about a week. And I made a vlog about it, and you guys understood, which I thought was really, really, really nice. But again, after a week later from the depression, so after I sorted it out, I then created more videos, and then eventually I started creating soundtracks, which you guys seem to like. Some of you like it, because I see like a lot of stuff there. But then about a month, I think it was 5 months later, after said stuff, I think it was 5 months or 6 months, I eventually reached 50 subscribers, which like, literally, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack when I looked at the number. I was like, 50? Are you kidding? Because I was literally so surprised that there was 50 of you now who subscribed to me, which really do like my stuff. And in honor of that occasion, I created the 50 sub special of me playing 1916. Honestly, that game was not... I got scared of the freaking dinosaur because I turned the corner, he's staring into my face. His eyes are looking into my soul. So then I made that. And then I got some attention. Some attention meaning like some more subscribers. And I kept creating stuff. Hardly any. And okay, so once I created that 50 sub special, a month or 2 months later, before said special, I had to go move. So I had to move to where I am now in England. I had to move from Kenya into England, and well, I didn't have my computer at the time. I didn't have internet a lot, so I had to quickly I tried to create a video for you guys, but unfortunately you guys couldn't see it. So I think I might have lost some subscribers then, but a few of you waited, and I'm really happy you waited, because you have shown me loyalty, which I never thought I would see. Due to me having sometimes bad quality videos, and sometimes had bad quality music, and sometimes some not really funny humor, I'm surprised you guys are still here, because you're putting up with a guy which doesn't actually have great I can be witty, but sometimes I just suck at being funny, and sometimes I suck at editing, and I sometimes play games which you guys sometimes don't like, but you guys are still here, which I am really amazed. So when we hit 50 and I did my special, after I did my special, I actually thought, well, we hit 50. Well, if we stay here, I stay here. I'm gonna be happy either way. But no, you guys surprised me even further. And through the span from 50, through a span about 7 months, I think. No, it was like 3 months, 5 months, I think. I'm not sure. 5 to 3 months. You guys have surprised me by you have surprised me with 65 plus subscribers, which is the greatest thing I ever seen. One of the greatest things I ever seen, because never expected to go past these numbers. Never expected to have these numbers. So yeah, that's basically the whole story of how this channel came to be, and how I became a brony, and how this channel became a brony channel, and in the process told how I became a brony myself. And I really hope I can say this one more time after a certain point, a certain amount of time. I think I'll be willing to retell the whole storyline with new events, possibly. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for 65 subscribers. And all I gotta say now is see you doing dudettes later, and see you later.